What's up, guys? Welcome back to YouTube. This is going to be a little different video. As you can see on the screen, we had a little problem at the end of the season. Our quarterback Townsend went down in the Western Carolina game, and our best player on offense, McIntyre, our running back, also got hurt. So the season kind of ended on that game. As you can see, Mid-Tennessee State, I mean, I'm not going to show the footage for either of those two games because we just got demolished by Mid-Tennessee State. I couldn't move the ball. I actually got in the red zone a couple times. One time I think I threw a pick, and I think we actually had a pick and a fumble in the red zone, or near the red zone at least. So I didn't even get a field goal in that game. The Hosford game was actually a little more competitive. At one point it was 17-13. I actually used our wide receiver, number 9. He's the impact guy, Haston. I actually put him in the quarterback, and he got quite a few rushing yards in that Hosford game. But we couldn't stop them on our defense. Just was out of gas. We got a lot of 3-and-outs in that game, and I just didn't feel like uploading all that content to YouTube. It takes a little while to upload these games since they're in 4K. That's the issue. The actual upload process is only about an hour, but that's for just standard definition. Once you get into HD and 4K, it takes a good amount of time. So anyway, not a whole lot to see in those two games, but what I'm going to do for this video is we're basically just going to finish the end of the season here. We're going to simulate this last week and we're going to check the season stats. Let's look at how we did. And then we're going to get ready for the bowl game because we will have a bowl game coming up. We're 7-5. We got 7 wins, all in conference. 0-4 out of conference, but that's okay. We'll be better next year. We'll get Western Carolina at home next year. They did lose a game. They're 11-1. They lost to somebody. I forgot who it was though. I think it was I honestly think it may have been an actual Division 1 team that we replaced. So it was probably like a legit top 25 team. But anyway, we're going to get into it right now, so stay tuned. This will be a pretty quick video, but we'll take a look at some stats and everything. All right, so let's look at in-season recruiting. We actually did get this cornerback, Casey Jackson. He did commit to us, and you can see a couple guys go to in-conference schools, but yeah, we did get Casey Jackson, so that's big because we definitely need a corner. We literally need everyone we can take. A couple offensive linemen and 2 defensive backs is not bad. We'll see what we get in the season, but let's look real quick. Looks like Navy and Western Michigan are on top. San Diego State's ranked number 1, but they're number 3 in the BCS. That's odd. That's really odd. Okay. So yeah, this is week 14. Yeah, so we need to simulate the last week here. See, some teams are 8-3, 9-2. Montana's up there. Yale, Towson is now ranked. So Western Carolina dropped out because they lost, but they're still, they won the conference. Did we get any awards finalists? There's the Walker. Oh, McIntyre was 5th. I wonder if he would have gotten top 3 if he didn't get hurt because he missed the last 2 games. We got our kicker up here because it's not even really that big of a deal. We got best returner was 2nd. Haston and Baker in there. So, we were able to get some kickoff and punt return touchdowns, so that was nice. Let's look bowl projections. Let's see where we're going here. Or at least where we're projected to go. It looks like, where are we? Capital One Bowl. All right, so SEC number 2, Big Ten number 2, Southeastern Missouri State. So that's the projection as of right now. We'll see how that goes. We got to simulate this last week real quick. But guys, yeah, it's been a fun season. 0-4 in non-conference. I was expecting to win, hopefully, that Hosford game, but man, we couldn't do anything without Townsend and McIntyre. It just was not worth. It was a really ugly game. Conference championship, so we don't have a game here. You know what? Let's wait and simulate that because I want to. Let me think here. Let's look. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the stats. This takes a little while to compile all these stats and put them together. But I want to see how our guys did. I mean, I want to look and I know McIntyre had a big season, even though he missed 2 games. And the reason why I'm doing this at the end, I'm not going to count the. I'll count the. I mean, obviously the bowl game matters, but I'm going to take a look at like the stat rankings. So everybody's played 14 games or 12 games. Townsend, yeah, we literally under only 381 passing yards. I mean, quarterbacks will get. You occasionally throw for more than that in one game. McIntyre, look at that, 1,558 yards, 9 yards per carry. That's insane. I mean, that's just from all his big runs because we have, his mismatch in speed is just incredible versus these FCS teams. Look at our wide receiver, Robert Fox, another one. That's Mike Johnson. That's the quarterback we were using. Put him at quarterback. Jay Jackson, look at that. I didn't realize he had 7 touchdowns up there. That's obviously sacks there from that quarterback. But yeah, Townsend had 8 touchdowns. Jackson was 7. A lot of long runs, 155 yards per game. Look at the broken tackles. Townsend with 15 fumbles. That was a little. I was just running the triple option. It's hard not to fumble. McIntyre also led the way in receiving. He had 295 yards, 14 catches. You can see we really only threw the ball to 2 people. McIntyre and Haston. So blocking, we didn't have that many pancakes because we were always run blocking. We never really had any pass blocking. It's harder to get pancakes when you're run blocking because you're trying to push the guys, push the D-line away. Chandler Kane, he was the MVP on defense. We actually had quite a few sacks. He had 5 picks, too. 13 tackles for a loss, 5 picks. I had 4 with Baker. I think those were all manual picks. User picks. He had, who was that? Brazil with 11 pass deflections. He was good for us. Man, this guy was so good. 5 forced fumbles, 2. Or no, he had a fumble recovery as well. We didn't have a defensive touchdown. Find that odd. 6. Did not miss a field goal. That's good. So he had 4 total return touchdowns. Let's look at let me go back to let's go to SEC here. How was our McIntyre led the conference in rushing and in touchdowns. Townsend up there was 5th in rushing touchdowns. How did he do in yards? Not as good. But that's okay, man. McIntyre had so many yards. Look at that, 21 yards, 21 runs over 20 yards. That's impressive. 5 picks, tied for first. So let's look. I want to look at stat rankings here. You can see our offense. Worst pass offense. So we're actually second in the NCAA in rush offense. So we dropped off a little bit after those last 2 games. We were first. Only 48 passing yards per game. That's not great. Points per game, we did okay. We had 4 passing touchdowns, so we actually weren't last in passing. We might have been tied. Well, no, we're 11th in the conference somehow. Tied for 11th, so I guess we tied for last. 35 rushing touchdowns compared to 4 passing touchdowns. Wow. Only 11 sacks allowed, considering we barely throw the ball. Red zone scoring was good. That's critical in this game. How about defense? Our defense was actually not that bad stat-wise. 28th in yards per game, but that's because we control the ball so much. We're running the ball, we shorten the game out a little bit. We did give up a lot of points, 30 points per game. So, how do we do in interceptions? Not bad. Red zone scoring, we gave up 85%. Third down, we were not great on third down. Penalties, you never hardly get called for penalties in this game. So we only had 9 fumbles lost. That's actually not that bad. I thought it was going to be way worse than that. We had so many actual fumbles. Turnover differential is pretty good. So yeah, let's. I know it's probably gonna be a pretty short video, but I just wanted to go through everything because I've never really gone through any stats. I don't know if this matters. I'm just gonna bump that run percentage up. I'm gonna turn the run up on defense as well. Let's be aggressive a little more. Yeah. So how's our report card? We are on the lookout for a nice contract extension. Okay. Well, we're going to have both of our goals. Yeah, have a winning season and receive a bowl bid. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Let's simulate the conference championships. Western Carolina, they won. They're 12-1, so they get the SEC. They get it this year. That's okay. We'll be back next year. It looks like the Lawn. Yeah, you see the Lawn there went 7-6, so they played them in the championship game. Middle Tennessee finished 7-5, so not bad there. Guy from Hawaii won the Heisman. Hawaii, man, they throw the ball. All right, so it is Southeastern Missouri State. Let's look at how they are. I'll probably get into that more. I'm not going to make this video too long. Let's look at their roster real quick. But before I do that, I got to fix this real quick. So anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this season. It was fun. I mean, it's our first season with an FCS roster. We don't have any of our own recruits in. We're in the SEC, so we should be able to recruit. I don't know if I'll get many 5-stars finishing 7-5, but I may not even get any. But we should be able to get some 4-stars. I mean, we're gonna have, we're gonna need basically everything. Like, look at all these seniors on defense. There's one sophomore, Holloway. I mean, we need pretty much every position except for wide receiver. I think is the only position we don't need because we've got 2 good wide receivers already. I'm putting Hassan in there at backup. I'm putting him in on defense. I mean, I want to get this win. I want to get this ball win, guys. But anyway, I appreciate those of you that watched and commented. I mean, it's. Obviously these videos aren't going anywhere. I'm leaving these up on YouTube. I'm going to start a second season. I do have plans. I think I'm actually going to do another Dynasty mode. I've got the real rosters on the game now, at least the 1A rosters. So let's go ahead and let's just get set up here. We got Bowl Week 1. What are we in here? No games. Hold on. That's the wrong button. Conference, there we go. Bowl Week 3. Okay, all the SEC teams are in Week 3 Bowl Week 3. Excuse me. Western Carolina, Utah. That's gonna be a game. All right, let's just go ahead and simulate these. If you want to slow down the video, you can actually. Well, you can see all the scores here, but if you adjust the speed, you can see the scores. Like they go pretty quick, but you can bump that speed down to like half 50% or 0.25. A couple of good games in here. Florida Atlantic and Texas State. That'll be an interesting one. We played Florida Atlantic. There's Hawaii State, one of my created teams I put in here. Looks like Florida Atlantic won. Hawaii State got blown out. Army blew out Delaware. Probably going to be a lot of blowouts in these games because these are FCS teams versus Division One football. But look, I mean, Southeastern Missouri State, they got better ratings, much better ratings. Our offense is actually pretty even, according to that. Now, let's check them out real quick, and then we'll end this video. And guys, we'll get the bowl game going. We'll upload that pretty soon after this one. Their quarterback's good. Running back is solid, 76. So impact quarterback and running back. Fullback, wide receivers are okay, nothing too impressive, but I mean that's better than my defense. 65s are better. Tight end, they're actually got pretty decent O-line. That guy's out though. Okay, so well, their guards are okay. 68, 60. I mean 62s are not great, but for an FCS team, it's pretty solid. So defensive tackle's not that good. Linebacker, they're okay. Middle linebacker's weak. They have a good corner. 2 solid corners. A good free safety. Oh my goodness. Okay, their secondary is good, but that's actually good for me because I want to run the ball. Obviously, I don't care. They can have an All-American safety, and as long as he doesn't if he stays back in coverage, I could just run away from his side. So look at all the 62. Look at all the 60s over. They have so many. How many do they have? My goodness. How many do we have that are above 60 overall? It can't be that much. Anyway, yeah, look, there's not that many. Guys, bowl game, Southeastern Missouri State. What do y'all think? I'm going to upload that pretty soon, so feel free to comment, predict the score. What do y'all think's going to happen? We'll get that game going pretty soon, guys. Peace.